Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Cincinnati Bengals.
We are just across the Allegheny River from downtown Pittsburgh at rain-soaked Heinz Field in the Steel City. They love the black and gold here in the Steel City, and a few moments ago, their Steelers emerged from the Heinz Field tunnel. They're set, we're set, as the Steelers are ready to do battle with the Cincinnati Bengals. Well, now how about this return? Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Pickett. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target. Brandon, I think we can see early on they're making a concerted effort to get him the football. So to me, that means they like the matchup that they have. They feel like he's better than the guys that are covering him. 2 plays, 2 passes. We'll see if they go back to that well. They'll run on 1st down. It's Morton, and he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play. Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
On 2nd down, it's Morton. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
To describe that one, I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
On 1st down, Morton, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
A throw left side, caught by the tight end Freiermuth. Touchdown! Pat Freiermuth. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. That time on a 6-play drive. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Brandon Wilson to return it. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here come the Bengals, and CD, of course, it's Joe Burrow out of LSU at quarterback.
And frankly, this is the type of game that a great quarterback relishes, because 0-2 on the road, everything's against him and his team. No one can expect them to win. Sometimes you band together real tight in that situation, and if he plays really well, they've got a chance to get that done.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. Again, get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
They force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Now it's Burrow. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now. as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. That's taken on the 25. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
On 2nd down now, it's Morton. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Operating from the gun, Pickett. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. On the return is Cohen. A nice punt, but a good run back as well of 13 yards. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
That's some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. When you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now, because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And, Charles, you look at this offense, their struggles moving the ball well documented. Dead last in the NFL in first downs, but signs of life there. Yeah, and you and I do, I think, a really good job of respecting the game and respecting the teams. But this squad, they're in a position now where their fan base gets excited when they pick up a first down. They cheer almost like they picked up a touchdown. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. This is Mostert. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say, those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. Now Burrow. Flushed out right. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
On the Jets sweep, here's Chase. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. After 7-0 on EA Sports. On 2nd down, Mostert. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield. Picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Bengal got going a little early there. And that'll set them back 5. Here's Chase now on the jet sweep. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago. 4 yards to go on 2nd down from the 7. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On 3rd down, here comes Mostert. And the Bengals are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
And he bowls his way into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the campaign and 4th overall. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Looking into the raindrops, and he muffs it. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 43. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. From the gun, Pickett. They'll get this into the hands of Morton. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. From the gun on third down. Pickett. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. And now that brings up fourth down there. A loss of 6 yards on the sack. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 40 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
2nd down, here's Mostert again. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. Sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. On 3rd down, Burrow eluding the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. But nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Here we go. 2nd and 8 coming up. And now they will throw it with Burrow. He's got his man on the crossing route. That was signaling a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. Looking to pass. He's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Drew Sample in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. From the 10. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. No reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on first down. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our... And we will skip the highlight show this week, get right back to this Week 3 matchup. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. On the return, it's Tariq Cohen. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So here are the Bengals set to take over. They've lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. Mixon will get it to start the second half. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch, I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And this one's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Well, the terrible towels here at Heinz Field out in full force. Here's 3rd and long. To the air again, Burrow. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
That's going to set them back 5 yards. They hand it off to Mostert. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. And a nice run to get him past the original line of scrimmage. A gain of 7. It's 2nd and 8 now.
Here we go.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. And he's able to knock that one away.
So that'll back him up 5. Well, the terrible towels here at Heinz Field out in full force. Here's 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. He will find his man Chase complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Here we go, here we go. Big 13. Big 13.
Back to the running game with Mostert. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Once again, it's Mostert. And he'll get this pretty close to a first down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 15-yard line. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Third and 2, now Burrow. Escaping the pressure right. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
So another third down conversion, and now they've got a first and goal. They'll give it to Mixon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. Another try for Mixon. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 55 rushing yards on the ground for him so far. They've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal? They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's fourth down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. No movement from the field goal unit. They've got 4 full yards to go here on fourth and goal to hit pay dirt, but they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. They're turned away on fourth and goal. And the Steeler defense will celebrate the goal line stand. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Middle of the field to the tight end, Doyle. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20.
Hold on a second. Was that the fullback? That was the fullback. Who says it? The slot receivers are the only guys who can catch the football and get big yardage after the catch. Really nice job there. Showing good hands and an ability to get upfield.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. Back to throw again. Got his man. It's Morton. And he loses the football a second time. 0 turnovers in this game so far. The trend continues, but barely. Offense lucky that that one went out of bounds.
Yeah, they're very fortunate because when a game's going along like this one and neither side has turned the ball over, sometimes that first one can really flip things to their advantage in this type of a game.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now here's a throw that's complete. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here 1st and 10 at their own 16. Quick slant caught by Chase. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. Flushed out right. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. On the handoff, this is Mostert. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
2nd down, here's Mostert again. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. The Bengals on 3rd down. Can't fault these numbers, 7 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Burrow will throw. Well, they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's 4th down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Pickett. Sends it to the sideline, and Mooney makes the catch. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Late game, that hurts. Take the touchdown off the board.
No doubt about it, and this is where you make a great movie scene, right? Go in, rally the team. Okay, we lost points there. Let's get it back and go out and score again. Can he get it done?
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. The Steelers on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and forever. Looking to throw. Pickett. A throw caught here by Morton. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the 1st.
And now, since this brings up 4th down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves, because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a 1st down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
So the folks on hand here growing a little restless with their kicking game. That's now 2 misses so far.
And in a tight game, 4th quarter, the fans aren't the only ones getting restless, Brandon. There were a few looks of disbelief on that sideline as well.
On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there.
I think the reason that this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, But how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's in a full run by the time he gets the football.
And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Now they go play action now. Burrow. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. To throw is Brady. Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. He may get a few more tacked on for good measure. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the fourth. Hard to believe. Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it? Yep. Brady going to look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Back to throw, Brady. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
McPherson's kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just...
And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So now the Steelers down on the scoreboard. A little over a minute and a half remaining. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. That's to Freiermuth. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Now the Steelers hustling up to the line of scrimmage. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. Tried to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
And that's incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Now it's Burrow. Eluding the pressure right. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bengals look like they're about to put an end to their two-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll make this a three-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Bengals grab it. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
That one looks like he'll throw here. This is caught. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Mostert. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. On the Jets sweep, here's Chase. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Jamar Chase, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. And McPherson on for the extra point. And the lead is now 24. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. From the 6. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to